if you're always nice. Why don't people respect you? You help. You agree. You avoid conflict. And yet, you feel invisible. The uncomfortable truth is this: niceness does not automatically create respect. Sometimes, it destroys it. There is a difference between kindness and compliance. Kindness comes from strength. Compliance comes from fear. One is a choice. The other is a strategy to avoid rejection. And people can feel the difference. When you are too nice, you rarely say no. You adjust your schedule. You soften your opinions. You apologize even when you're not wrong. You believe this makes you easy to like, but it often makes you easy to ignore. Respect is built on boundaries. If people never meet resistance from you, they assume there is none. If you never disagree, they assume you don't stand for anything. And without standards, there is nothing to respect. Many men become overly nice because they fear losing approval. They think, if I'm agreeable, I'll be liked. If I don't cause problems, I'll be valued. But approval and respect are not the same thing. Approval is given freely. Respect is earned through strength. When you suppress your real opinions to keep the peace, you communicate something silently. My comfort depends on your validation. And dependence lowers status in any social dynamic. Strong individuals are kind, but not at the expense of themselves. They help, but they don't overextend. They listen, but they don't silence their voice. They give, but they don't beg to be accepted. Too much niceness removes tension, and tension creates psychological value. If there is no possibility of you disagreeing, no risk of you walking away, there is no weight behind your presence. And without weight, there is no impact. Boundaries create clarity. When you say no calmly, when you express your opinion without apology, people recalibrate. They begin to see you differently, not as aggressive, but as grounded. This does not mean becoming rude. It does not mean seeking conflict. It means developing internal stability. The ability to tolerate discomfort without reshaping yourself for others. That stability changes how people perceive you. When your behavior is guided by fear of rejection, you shrink. When your behavior is guided by self-respect, you expand. People are drawn to those who do not need constant approval, because confidence without desperation feels powerful. So ask yourself honestly, are you kind because you choose to be? Or because you're afraid of what happens if you stop? Respect begins the moment your kindness becomes intentional, not automatic. And that moment changes everything.